is May 30th edition of Back Roads of Illinois with Cesar Delgado. We're Central Illinois Agriculture Source, and in the Midwest alongside in Central Illinois Agriculture, we're glad you're here on Back Roads of Illinois. This month of June, the field is filled under the corn and soybean rotation. Well, we were going to be wet for this weekend and next week as well, but we've been dry for this week in central Illinois. Otherwise, the commodity markets took a dip into the prices on these markets because demand is lower from China and other factors. Dow Jones finished in down 8 points. The Federal Reserve is coming out of their SPEC for today on this afternoon. The markets are reaction for this reason. Okay, we were going on with the Farm Bill is moving forward with the Senate floor. However, remember this year is an election year in Washington and the states. Meanwhile, Congress are looking forward to vote for this year and the Agricultural Committee of the Senate side. The United States Senate Agricultural Committee is bogged down with the Republicans' version by the House. This is your agricultural news and markets information on Back Roads of Illinois. In Brazil, there are a lot of heavy rain in central Brazil, like in Mato Grosso and Paraná, Mato Grosso do Sul. They reported on the rain is like the Hurricane Katrina in New Orleans, Louisiana on 2005. The farmers are concerned about their beans are down at 40 bushel per acre in Brazil. The Farm Bill is ramped up for the House and Senate side. Senator John Boozman of Arkansas visited in Oklahoma about the Farm Bill with the farmers and ranchers in Oklahoma. The Senator John Boozman say, I quote from the Senator, Farm Bill aren't the Republicans and Democrats. The Farm Bill is bipartisan bill for the U.S. farmers and ranchers. And food security is the top priority for every citizen of this country. From the Senator John Boozman of Arkansas, the European Union consider on for a vaccine for bird flu from the United States. There is 8 states reported to have bird flu from the dairy herd in central U.S. like in Texas and Kansas, Michigan, Minnesota. This time is for your agricultural commodity markets update. Corn futures finished in mixed for today 8 to 9 cents. Soybean futures finished in up 3 to 4 cents. Wheat futures finished in down 8 to 9 cents. Now that we are going to talk about the livestock market for today on this morning, cattle finished in up 2 to 4 cents per weight. Feeder cattle finished in down 2 to 4 cents per weight. Lean hogs finished in down 8 to 9 cents per weight. Texas crude oil finished in down 2 to 4 cents per weight. Dow Jones finished in up 2 points. We are going to listen on biosecurity on H5N1 for hogs production from National Pork Producer Council. Stay tuned.
The source of infection is believed to be wild birds for these cattle. However, at this time, we can't rule out cattle-to-cattle transmission. We have seen one case of a person infected with H5N1. This is a dairy worker, and their main clinical sign has been conjunctivitis. At this time, there have been no detections of H5N1 in swine, and it's believed that the risk of transmission to swine for our commercial herd is low.
From National Pork Producer Council, Dr. Marissa Rajalo. She recommended to get your biosecurity on H5N1 for hogs production.
In poultry, we're going to see high mortality and morbidity. What's been observed in dairy cattle has been a decrease in that milk production. A few other species have also had detections of H5N1, and those signs vary from mild disease to neurologic signs.
Dr. Marissa Rachula recommend that you have to go to have your PPE in barns and get your flu shot at your professional health care provider or your local health department.
Individuals should avoid contact and or utilize appropriate PPE when working with infected flocks or coming into contact with wild birds. The best thing that producers can do for their animals is to implement heightened biosecurity measures aimed at preventing interaction between their animals and wild birds. And more importantly, everyone should receive their yearly flu vaccine.
Do you see more information on H5N1 update on porkcheckoff.org? Thanks to Michael Clement from National Farm Broadcasters Association in Platte, Missouri. Thanks to Michael Clement from National Farm Broadcasters Association in Platte, Missouri. Well, folk, there are our show for today on Back Roads of Illinois. You can listen to this episode whenever you got your podcast on Back Roads of Illinois. For Back Roads of Illinois, I am Cesar Delgado. Have a good weekend.